Welcome to another video on my Arduino Yun with Linux and some electronics, a potmeter and a motor. Last time I managed to get some more electronics involved. A light dependent temperature dependent resistor, NTC actually, negative temperature coefficient, and it's connected to input A1, and I managed to have the potmeter and switch respond, and one of the results was also that I found out that the potmeter should be quite low for the switch to respond. So right now the potmeter is set quite low, and I can press switch and it almost stops and it goes on. I stop and it goes on. If I press a little bit longer, then the motor stops and I will have to get it started manually. Another point is, so far I used the console inside the Arduino IDE, but you can also run it by means of an SSH session, and I have found back how to do that. And this is something familiar if you have watched my other videos on it. What I am going to do is to see if I can do everything just here again. I am pressing and I keep press the enter key, which is regarded as an input, and now you can see the values. I'm going to press to turn the value up, and you will see that the value is going up. It's over 900 now, over 1000, now it's at maximum 1023. So I'm going down, and now by the way, when I press the switch, there is absolutely no result. So I am going back, and I just keep pressing the enter key. Right now it is at, alright, I should go further, it is just over the maximum. Well, this is actually midway, so now it's about let's press the switch. Is it slowly enough? Is it slow enough? I don't think so. So I will turn it a little bit further down. And it still doesn't do anything. What happens when I keep pressing and apparently it's not low enough. So once again I turn the potmeter a little bit under 700, press the switch, now it responds. So when the value of the potentiometer is just around 640, 650, and now it has stopped, so I have to assist it, and that way it works via the console, and that is exactly the way I wanted it. Now for the NTC value. So now with the console working and out of characters, there is of course a difference with the editor console. The point is, in this one, the terminal, I cannot just say okay, stop scrolling. I can see if there is something here, but not really. And when I just say alright, quit, well, it quits. Alright, let's see whatever happens then. If I say okay, I need to give the password again. Yes. It goes, and alright, so then I have a very nice piece of data to watch, but it is a little unfortunate that I have to break everything off. On the other hand, this gives the opportunity to see that the NTS value right now at this speed is 581. So let's turn up the volume, well, speed anyway, or voltage value, signal, whatever it is, and see in which scale this fits. Now it is 500 apparently. So again, the password. Nope, typo. Now it's correct. Alright, so I am turning up the value entirely, and what I do here is that the motor spins up quite well. So a value of 935 right now. Is that correct? I'll let it run. I am reading the data, and I say alright, quit. Yes, it is about 930 at maximum speed. So let me write that down. Say 927, 928 as last value. What I can also do, of course, is pull this down, and then I see indeed that 927, 928, even higher, is about the value I'm getting. So what happens if I say I'm going to turn it completely down? So what I'm doing, all the way down, Now what happens if I press the switch? Nothing. And now it does. And now it doesn't run. Alright, what does the NTC say? 46, no, 64 it is. 64, 61, 63. So that is the value at the lowest for the NTC value, and 65 I see as well. So that is quite a range, and we are just looking at the NTC value, and now I'm turning it up because I want the... It's not running. Yeah, right, because I have no connection either. Why is it refusing connection? I am doing something wrong, but what? That's remarkable. What if I just connect to it? No, that's a 0 too many. Well, there is... Alright, no. But there is connection anyway. So let me try again. This is strange. I am convinced I am using the right password. Something is completely off. It is not running at all. Can I? No. Can I connect to the serial monitor? I need the same password. Can't connect. Aha. Alright. Well, not alright, but... So, this problem also is there in this case. Oops. It works again after a power cycle, more like power off and power on, not a soft reset. Well, the propeller is off, so let's see if we can get it to work in the lowest situation. No. Then at a quarter. And oh, let's not forget, there has to be some input. So let's get some input at the lowest. Nope. Quarter again. Yes, it works. So let's press the switch, see what happens. It goes slower and it holds. Once again, how long do I have to press it? And finally it holds. So it goes up to halfway, and now no matter whether I press the switch or not, it is not responding to the switch. You see on camera some change in movement, but with the bare eye I hardly see that. So that's interesting to notice. Let me put it a little bit up there. Does it respond to the switch? Well, on camera you see some change, but with the bare eye I don't see a change. So that's a no. Let's quit it. And here with the NTC value it says 782. What does halfway say? And let's hope I can once again log in as natural. Alright, reading NTC and 817. So the NTC value does change from very low to quite high. That is nice. Does it say anything about the real resistance or something? No. Well, there is a very complicated formula which corresponds to the properties of the NTC, and I don't have those properties, so I'll have to do with these values. What else? So right now I have a nice potmeter. I have a switch that still can influence the propeller, and I have an NTC. Maybe nice to make it the maximum speed, and yes, it is still nuisance that I have to give my password every time again. Alright, turn up the volume. Oh, this is strange, by the way. It is running in such a way that the airflow is that way. Actually, I want that the other way. So I think I will change the connectors around. Swap the connectors. Then turn it up. See, and I don't have to give it a manual push. Probably because this is still running. And now it's blowing in my direction. Pressing the switch, but it doesn't do a thing. Putting it at a quarter. Does it respond now? Yes, it obviously does. But it takes quite a while. Now, what does it do? It really wants to. You can see the response that it. Yeah, now it works. So that actually does happen. So in the end, yes, I'm very glad that I changed this resistor and replaced it by a potmeter. Very nice indeed. Alright, what next? Next thing. It works with a potmeter. However, that is voltage based. And how about pulse width modulation based? Let's go back here. Because pulse width modulation is ruled here. And if we look here, what is being used? What is being used anyway? Which frequency is being used? So that is a very good question. I have here everything for 61,04 Hertz. Is that indeed frequency being used? And all I can say is measuring is knowing. So I am taking once again a multimeter and putting it to a maximum frequency of 20 kilohertz. So let's watch it again. So that is it. Now with the probe I should be able to measure something. And let's first, since this is the feed for the motor, let's measure here where it comes from. And it says 8 kilohertz. Will that change with if I ever give some input? So I give quite some input. No, it does not change. And I'm turning this and I'm turning it the other way around. And I'm out of input, but it didn't change. So let me do again. Right. Now voltage is down. And now somehow the voltage is gone. And the frequency as well. Oh, that is interesting. So I put it halfway. The motor is off. I can show you. The motor is off. But I give quite some jolts to the keyboard. Now it's about 110 Hertz. Give power or characters more likely. And frequency goes up a large way. I turn it back. This is something I did not expect. Right, more input. Now it's all the way back. 100 hertz. And I go up again. So what causes what? Am I trimming the frequency by means of the potmeter? I'm absolutely not sure now. Alright. A lot of characters this time. Measuring again. So, turning it all up. 5 kilohertz. Turning it all down. Turning it down. 100 hertz. Turning it all up. So it certainly looks like this is also, the potmeter is also managing some frequency. But going back to the code, I have also this. So what does this do in roleplay? Interesting to find out. So despite this pulse modulation code, and I'm talking of course about this block, I haven't been able to establish that this is really making a frequency of 61 Hertz. The point is that in this frequency range 61 Hertz should give 006, because this one, well, it is in kilohertz with the decimal right between these two zeros here. So only a 6 here is 60 Hertz. I didn't see one. Well, or it must have gone by that fast that I couldn't notice it. So the question is, what is really happening for frequency? Apparently it gives some frequency because the motor runs, but as you also noticed, the turning off the potmeter causes a change in frequency, but it is originally a change in voltage. So I am not quite sure what to do. What I can do, and I will do that next time given the amount of time left for this video, is get back to this part and change it to, for example, 01 instead of 11, or 101, whatever. But the way it is now, it's nice, but it's not really the way I would like it to happen. Although some manual intervention with a potmeter is always nice, but it's a voltage regulator and not a frequency regulator by origin. So for now, thank you for watching. What did I do? Well, change and check some more of the motor with propeller, NTC switch and the potmeter, and everything via SSH and not the internal console. So this I can't do in the console, and getting a very nice result as well. This works. And this doesn't work because it is too fast right now. And you can also see that the LED is flickering as long as I press the switch. And of course I'm talking about this LED. This LED signals the switch, and this somehow as well. So this is nice. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video and all my other videos, please subscribe to my YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please see my website for more information. Also on my website how you can make a donation to keep my blog going. And this is absolutely to be continued in whatever form. So bye bye.